Savers. I'm Kate Patello.
And I'm Leo Laporte. Thank you so much for joining us.
We're live.
We are?
For those
Unless
of
you're
you
watching
us on a replay. But for
we're
those
live
of you
right now.
who missed us last week, we're live.
We're back.
Yes.
We're doing the show.
All right. Best
one
kind
day,
of live audience.
Then we're going away.
Then we're going
again.
away. Yeah, taking a couple.
Coming up in today's show, but we're going to have a great show today. Law and disorder. We're going to talk about places you can go. We're going to talk. We got a great book in our Geek Library, all right, about hackers. The hacker crackdown.
Hackers. That's all you need to know, right? Okay. Also, we're going to talk about why do your MP3s misbehave? We're going to talk about when you're trying to use your computer for, anything other than playing music.
If it skips, we'll fix it. Then later, if it skips, we'll fix it. Then later, our friend, or repeats itself. Our friend Jim Latterback. Or repeats itself. Gives us a fresh opinion about the latest upgrade to the Mac operating system. A look at OS 9 on today's Fresh Gear.
Fresh Gear. Today, let's do the question, and then I know you have a major...
Do you know about Napster?
Napster, the online MP3 sharing community.
Love it.
Love it. All the MP3 fiends that I know absolutely love it. The question today is Napster responsible for your piracy? They're thinking about holding Napster responsible.
Recording Industry Association of America wants to sue Napster. The folks who do Napster, they say, this program is for one purpose only, that's pirating music. What it is a chat room that allows you to share MP3s with every single other person in the Napster arena. That means usually hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of megabytes of MP3s, thousands of files, almost any song of any kind. And yeah, most of them,
of course,
if not all of them, are pirated. They're not legal copies. So the recording industry legitimately says, hey, Napster is a tool for people to pirate music. And I guess that's probably true. That's how most people use Napster. Napster says, but wait a minute, there's thousands of legitimate MP3s. Our program doesn't say you can only use pirated MP3s.
We're just a database.
How people use it's not our fault. So it's a tough one.
You know what that's making me think of? Instantly I'm thinking of gun manufacturers, frankly, saying, I made this gun to work like a gun. I didn't make it for crime. I made it to make a gun. So if you use a gun to commit a crime, is it my fault as the gun manufacturer? It's that kind of a question.
Napster doesn't pirate MP3s. People do.
Right.
Or not.
It's true, though. People do. I don't think it's Napster's fault.
I don't think it's their fault, but it was clearly, okay.
All right.
Just us kids. It was clearly designed.
Yes.
For pirating MP3s.
For sharing your love.
From scratch, designed for pirating.
All right.
What do you think?
What do you think? Is Napster responsible for your piracy? Take our web poll at thescreensavers.com. While you're there, click on the talkback feature. Of course, tell us how you really feel, because we want to know.
You can also give us a call, 888-989-7879. You can chat with us. The web address is chat.zdnet.com. You don't need any special software, just a Java-enabled browser. When you get there, click on the Screen Savers room. That's where the action is.
That's not where all the action is.
There's more action?
Yeah, there's more action in the Netcam Cineplex.
Oh, yeah.
You want to be on television. How cool is that? You have a Netcam, you want to be on TV? Go to the Netcam Cineplex, because we've got hosts there dying to take your call. And today, special treats. Pirate Dan.
Oh, look at
and Shannon. How you doing, Shannon?
Oh, I'm lovely.
All right. By the way, folks, Shannon back there is our new Netcam coordinator, filling in for Dan, Pirate Dan. Now, you were telling us earlier today, Shannon, that you helped Dan fulfill a dream. What dream is that, Shannon?
To become a fabulous black woman.
All right.
Yes, and he's doing a good job. He can almost do the neck roll.
You guys could be brother and sister. You look similar.
He's working on it.
He's doing the head. All right. He's got it.
All right. You're a hipster there, Dan.
All right. Hey, we love having you, Shannon. Where'd you come from?
I'm originally from L.A., but don't hate me. I love the Bay Area.
All right. That's great.
Okay.
And actually, we found Shannon here at ZDTV, right?
Yes, we did. She was one of us. And she said, ooh, you guys have an opening? Me. Oh.
Where were you working? What part of the ZDTV were you?
I was facilities coordinator, so I was the nuts and bolts girl.
That's right.
And now Dan is not leaving us. He's found a lucrative job working at Disneyland. He's going to do that little pirate
of the
thing.
Caribbean.
Yeah, yo-ho, yo-ho. Give us a yo-ho, yo-ho, Dan.
Give him a yo-ho, yo-ho, Dan.
We can't hear him. He's not mic'd. Very good.
All right.
You're
pretty
fired.
good.
Actually, where Dan's going to go, he's going to be a producer for Call for Help. We're going to move him into the Call for Help
He is,
show.
so
He's
that's
gonna be
awesome.
a real-life
Shannon,
producer.
y'all are going to love Shannon.
She's great.
We love her already. She's totally one of us. She's a total screensaver. Y'all are just going to absolutely love her. So today is your chance to meet Shannon. And is it your last chance to talk to Dan? One of your last chances to talk to Dan. So call us up. Get in the chat room, of course. Go into the Netcam Cineplex and earn yourself. You stole my magnet. You're cute. A magnet like this one for your fridge, so you can take cute boys and put them on your fridge as we have done on ours.
What are they, pitching pennies? What the heck are they doing?
No, they're playing see no evils, hear no evil,
Oh, I
speak
get it.
no evil.
I get it.
Right, for those three. All right. Okay, Ryan is joining us on the phone now from Rahway, New Jersey. How you doing, Ryan?
Good.
All right.
What can we do for you, Rye?
I have a compact computer and the floppy drive doesn't work. It was working,
Yeah.
and I installed Here Now.
Here
and then
Now?
a couple weeks later, my floppy drive stopped working.
Well, that shouldn't make your
Probably
floppy
not
drive
related.
work. Those probably not related. Now, normally what we would tell anyone else who is having this problem is, go buy a new floppy drive. They're like 16 bucks. But there is a rub with compact.
Well, how old is your compact, just out of curiosity?
That's a good question.
It's going to be 3 years old in
Yeah.
February.
That's about
Compact
time.
uses proprietary bezels and odd look. I mean, you can't just, normally on a beige box like everybody in the world has, you can just stick a floppy drive in there, and you can buy one of these $12 floppy drives and stick it in. But compact's more like this. See, this is a Micron here, and it's got a kind of a funny bezel, and you need to get a drive that will work with that bezel. Usually that means you got to use, especially for a 3-year-old compact, you got to use a compact drive. It's going to cost you a little bit more. There are people who do compact pulls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you might, and that might be your best bet, is to get online and do a search for compact pulls. There are people who take old compacts.
Under what? Where would he search for that?
Oh, anywhere, Google or anywhere. Just search for compact pulls. See if you can find a company that sells reconditioned compact drives, or get a new one. But the new ones are going to cost you more than just a cheesy old $12 one. I've never heard. It's rare for software to break hardware. Okay.
Yeah, that does not usually happen unless, of course, they're married to each other. But I can't see how that would.
Is there some reason you suspect the software? Just as
Because it was working before I had Here and Now, and then a couple weeks after I got it, it stopped.
What's Here and Now? Is that a PIM?
I to read Macintosh disc.
Oh! Now I understand.
Wait a minute. That's
Now I understand why you're concerned.
Okay.
What happens if you uninstall Here and Now? Does it work again?
Nope.
Yeah, Macintosh discs are a little. They're not, not merely differently formatted. They actually work differently. So it could be that program stressed your compact and broke it. I never heard of such a thing.
No, me neither. But since it does have to do with.
It is, I mean, now I understand why you're thinking maybe. And in fact, that's the exception when I say the software usually affect hardware. Software that's designed to modify how hardware behaves could very well break it.
Yeah, basically, unless they're married, basically, it can break.
So, I haven't. I mean, I haven't heard of problems with this happening before with other Macintosh disk reading programs. I'm not familiar with Here and Now, so I don't know if it's okay. You might want to go to the Here and Now website and see if there's anybody else, or maybe MacFixit.com or one of those sites, and see if there's anybody else who's had that kind of problem before you go out, pop for a new drive, just in case it breaks it again. I still don't think it broke it. I'll be honest with you, Ryan. I think it's just coincidental.
Maybe.
It's not unusual after 3 years for a floppy to fail.
No.
They wear out. You use it a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could have
wear
had.
out.
Yeah, could have just tucked it. Anyway, check it out. I did find, by the way, on like the 3rd page of Google, tons of compact pulls. If you want to check there, do search for compact pulls. Just like he said. He's smart. And
you know what that is? They just pull it out of an old compact. It comes from the old days of cars where you'd pull up car parts out of there.
Right. Okay.
Pick and pull.
Give that a shot. See how it goes. But check the FAQ on their website and see if that's a common problem for other people.
Yeah, I would. That's interesting. We'll look into it too.
Okay.
That's an intriguing thought.
After the break, the secret underworld of hackers and the cyber cops pursuing them when the Screen Savers continues.
Our logo is red and it's a cube, but the rest is up to you. Paint our logo at ZDTV.com and you can get your work on the air.
ZDTV.com. Amaze yourself.
It's important to Macmillan that we fully participate in the Linux community.
So we want to be there with them, offering the support they need to really add Linux to their system.
For every need that they can perceive in the Linux market, we think we will have a solution or already do have a solution.
When it comes to Linux, Macmillan USA is striving to strike a balance between commerce and community, making sure it stays true to the open source ideals of Linux.
Macmillan has a three-pronged attack for supporting the Linux community. We're offering financial support to key organizations. Secondly, we're offering free documentation and free support for the Linux end user. And thirdly, we're committed to ensuring that the Linux is available to as many people as possible through our low price point and distribution efforts.
As we develop support material for Linux, I think it becomes easier and more attractive to use.
It's really helping to promote the long-term growth of Linux by making sure that as many people as possible have an opportunity to use it and become comfortable with it.
Our initiatives going into 2000 are geared more toward what are people going to be doing with Linux.
Certification will become a very important and hot topic throughout the Linux community and through the IT community as a whole. Macmillan is a charter sponsor of the Linux Professional Institute. The LPI is currently creating a series of distribution-neutral certification exams that will become the industry standards.
We're very interested in what our users have to say and very interested in what the community wants. We do want to hear from them. If there's something that we are missing or there's something that we are getting right, they should feel free to let us know.
Macmillan is committed to supporting the end user in as many ways as they can. One way that we're doing that is we'll be offering free end user support through our Informant website. They'll be able to get support in two different ways. We'll have both newsgroup and web-based or webboard-based support.
Much of what we are offering at Informant is free to the end user, and we are tailoring an awful lot of Linux content for supporting that end user.
What we're really trying to accomplish is to build a community where people can come and get their questions answered, can work together. So we're really trying to build a complete place for Linux.
By interacting with the Linux community via books, software, and now a designated web destination, Macmillan USA has become a major new resource for Linux users, the place for Linux. I'm Angela Wethington, and thanks for watching.
For a limited time, register to win the complete Linux operating system 6.5 by visiting www.placeforlinux.com or dialing toll-free 877-PLC-4LNX.
It's time once again for Kate and Leo's Geek Library, where we recommend for your geek pleasure one of our all-time favorite books, movies, software, titles, or bookmarks. This week, we're doing a book. This is the book I had on the plane with me going to Las Vegas, Nevada
is that the
for
deal?
Comdex. This is a great book. You know Bruce Sterling is. He's a sci-fi writer and a journalist. There's a ghost in our refrigerator.
Folks, our
Pardon
fridge
me.
keeps
Just
opening.
ignore that. Just pay no attention to the refrigerator. This is a book he wrote in 1992 called The Hacker Crackdown, Law and Disorder on the Electronic Frontier. Now, remember, 1992, the internet was used by very few people, just tens of thousands of people. The web was just a dream in Tim Berners-Lee's imagination. He wrote it a couple of years earlier, but hardly anybody was using it. So this is about the very early days of electronic hacking. But it's fascinating, and it is just a great read. Highly recommend this if you're at all interested in the notion of why a government would decide to start cracking down on hackers and what exactly prompted it. In this case, it was prompted by a well-known massive breakdown of the AT&T phone system in 1991 that AT&T themselves said, hey, it was just a software glitch. It was a bug. But
they were looking for an excuse.
The cops used this as a reason to go after the hackers. Fascinating look at three different subcultures: hackers, cyber cops, and cyber libertarians. It was because of the 1992 hacker crackdown that the Electronic Frontier Foundation was formed, EFF.
Are they the U.S. out of my hard drive people?
They kind of are. They're certainly one of the most active and best run and really best known groups to protect your liberties online. And thank goodness they're around. If you're interested in electronic freedom, electronic privacy, if you're interested in the history of hacking, you might say 92, that's ancient history, very, very interesting. Now here's another interesting thing. Bruce he says, through complex negotiations with his agent and Bantam Books, has put the entire contents of this book online. It is an e-text. You'll find it on a number of sites. Bantam has agreed to this, so you don't actually have to buy the Hacker Crackdown.
Oh, that's really cool.
You can read it online. We have a link on our website to at least one site that has this, but a number of other sites have it. I recommend reading it. I mean, buying the book. It's a lot easier to read, and Bantam sells it for just a couple of bucks. But if you want to get a sense of it, at least read the first chapter and the introduction. Truly fascinating stuff. And really raises some very exciting and interesting points. Bruce Sterling, one of my favorite authors. If you want to read about fiber optic and Acid Freak and some of the hackers of the early 90s who are probably now very square, straight civilians, this is the book.
Why do I doubt that? I'll bet there's still.
I think fiber optic's still out there.
You keep the hacker within you.
The Hacker Crackdown. Great reading and raises some great issues. It's our latest in our Geek Library. To fill out your Geek Library, I want you to check our website. We've got a complete listing of everything Kate and I have talked about, bookmarks, movies, books, and everything over the last few Geek Libraries, last few months. thescreensavers.com. Let me put that back in the fridge.
All right, can I borrow that?
You want to read it? Yeah, absolutely. It's a great book. It's a classic. Absolutely fascinating.
I shouldn't read this right now. Right now, what we should do is take a call from Larissa or Larissa, who's joining us on the phone from Okeechobee, Florida.
Hey, Larissa.
Hi.
Hi, Kate and Leo.
So first of all, is it Larissa or Larissa?
I guess it depends on where you're at. I go by Larissa, but I'll answer
Larissa.
to anything.
Wasn't that the name of the woman in Dr. Zhivago?
Yes, that's where my mom got the name.
Yeah. Can she play the balalaika? Can you play the balalaika?
No.
No.
Should have learned.
I love that. I'm sorry. I love that.
Wow, dude, serenade me some more.
So Larissa, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, Dr. Zhivago, and one of my all-time favorite names. What can we do for you?
Well, I am getting a CDR or CDRW because I want to make my own CDs. Cool. But what I want to do is transfer audio from my records, from my vinyls. Mm-hmm. How do I get that into my computer to burn on a CD?
You have a sound card, right, I would guess?
Yes.
Should just be a matter of a cable and adaptec, yes?
That's right. You need a cable that'll hook up the output, the phono jack outputs of, probably you want to pass it through an amplifier because the level's very low coming out of your turntable.
Okay.
So you have a stereo system with a turntable, correct?
Yes.
Hook up, that's great, I'm jealous. You know, I got rid of my turntable and I could kick myself.
Me too, I've got vinyl to here I can't do anything with.
It's just really great. So hook that up to your stereo. Your stereo will have a phone, RCA jack output, line level output. You'll get a connector that has two RCA jacks on it that goes to it. And make sure you get a stereo mini jack that'll go into the back of your sound card in the line input if you have one. If you don't, you can put it in the mic, but it's best to put it in the line input.
Okay.
And then
mini jack, Larissa.
So that's very simple, okay? Then you're going to need some software that will record your music, right?
Right.
Now, you already have, everybody with Windows has a program called Sound Recorder. It's in your accessories. And under the entertainment folder. And this, there are some problems with this. For instance, it'll only record 1 minute. You can make some hacks to it. They'll make it record more. But I recommend that you go out and you get a better sound recording program. SoundForge XP is very good. If you when you buy the CDR, look for the software bundle. Look for a program called Adaptec Easy CD Creator Deluxe.
Okay.
That's a very good choice. That has a program called Spin Doctor. And what you'll see right here, if I click on Spin Doctor, it'll actually say, do you want to take this from album?
Yeah.
And it'll say right here, LP, through the sound card. And why does it ask? I mean, what's the difference between that and tape? Well, it does some different equalization and cleaning up based on the kind of input you've got. And you'll see if you look at options, there's all sorts of cleanups that this program can do.
You have old albums. This will actually clean out hiss and pop for
Reduces
you.
clicks, pops, and hiss.
Just coming from your... What vinyl, by the way, are you recording? I'm curious.
Oh, my gosh. I have so many. Where do I begin? I have musicals, I have classic, I have old disco.
Great. It's wonderful.
All right.
Now, the software bundle is very important when you buy your CDR, so I want you to look for a good software bundle. Speed is also important. I don't care so much about the read-write capability, but I think the faster the CDR is better. Mm-hmm. We're using a smart and friendly rocket here. This burns at 8x.
We love this CDR.
That means that burns at 8 times 300 kilobytes a second, which would be whatever that is, 2.4 megabytes per second. They now have a new one. This is the one I would look at. For $299, it's a 12x burner.
Wow.
It comes with Adaptec Easy CD Creator Deluxe and a really great program that Jim Louderback just raves over called CD Architect. Mm-hmm. It's a program that is designed to let you burn audio CDs that you can play in your CD player.
Oh, there
and
you
it does
go.
an even better job than this program of burning them. This both records and burns, but CD Architect, it comes with all, in other words, it comes with the best software bundle ever.
So use this like to record, then use
Actually,
the other program
it comes
to
with
burn?
SoundForge XP, so you can use that to record.
Okay.
It comes with this, but I would use SoundForge XP and CD Architect to record and burn. And that's the new smart and friendly, they can't remember what they call it, maybe the Rocket. Super Rocket, or it's a 12X burner. That's going to be SCSI external for I think $299, which is an amazing price. You can get them for cheaper, of course.
If I don't have SCSI,
Then you might want to go with the IDE internal, but you don't get the great software bundle with that one.
Okay. Or a SCSI card if you got room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
room
and
for
the reason Jim likes this Rocket, he's going to do a review on Fresh Gear, so I don't want to steal his thunder, but the reason he likes the Rocket is because CD Architect alone is $249. So you get the software bundle is worth a lot more than all of that together. And you can get a $50 SCSI card that'll work with it. SCSI is a better way to burn. If you're going to do this a lot, Larissa, I would probably get a SCSI card and an external burner.
great.
Okay?
All right. You guys are wonderful.
Hey, thank you. You
Do
know,
I get an autographed picture?
Of course. Hang on the line. We'll get your address. All right?
All
The
right.
thing I like
All
about the
right,
12X,
Larissa.
it will burn an entire audio CD or any CD in 6 minutes.
Oh, man.
6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Isn't that great?
That's killer.
Yeah. I think that's a neat project to do.
And of course,
like
she's
that.
doing all her own stuff that she owns, that she's
Oh,
burning.
yeah. She's burning her albums. Right. But, Larissa, don't throw away the turntable.
No, don't. I'm just.
Learn
can
from
I
our
just
mistake.
kick myself?
I know.
Ugh. Ow. I'll tell you what, will you do me a favor? Play us out on Balalaika while I take us to break here. Up next, more answers to your computer questions when the Screen Savers continues.
Hi, I'm Pat Seashore, and I'm an engineer for Mercury.
That's Scott, my husband.
She comes up to about here on me.
He is 6'1", and he's also very large.
So he sits in a car a lot differently than I do. For the new 2000 Mercury Sable, we put adjustable foot pedals in the car.
The pedals work by coming toward the driver 3 inches and down about a ½ an inch. I can sit further back, be more comfortable.
Nowadays, we have a lot of freedom at Mercury to look for new ideas and make them happen.
Thanks, dude.
Morning, Nate. Java?
Does your ideal job exist? Why not find out? It's free and discreet. Techies.zdnet.com, your local career source.
Trying to thin down for the holidays?
Oh, don't talk
Why not
about it.
start with a free flat panel monitor from our friends at Philips? Even better than exercise. Phew. Enter our Philips monitor giveaway at the website of generosity, otherwise known as thescreensavers.com. And folks, here's what we're giving away. The fabulous Philips Brilliance 151AX flat panel monitor. Crowd goes wild. Ah.
Why do I feel like Carol Merrill?
Because you could do the Vanna and turn it over.
We looked up the smart and friendly drive, by the way. It's the Mach 12 is the name of it, and my multiplication was off. Single speed CD recorder is 150 kilobytes per second.
All right.
So 8 speed would be 1.2 megabytes per second. 12 speed would be whatever. 1.8.
12 times 15?
1.8 megabytes per second. It's amazing.
You know what? Math is hard.
Can I go back to doing this?
Let's go shopping.
You know what?
And let's ask Jonathan.
Forget answering all these questions. I'm just going to be back here. I'll be
Just doing that?
I'll be the pretty girl on your show.
All right, well, you do that. And I go shopping. Jonathan's going to join us on the phone from Coral Springs, Florida. Hiya, Jonathan.
much easier.
How you doing, Kate and Leo?
We're doing pretty good. We're all right. We're hanging. We're chilling. You know.
Yeah, I have a question.
All right.
Now, Leo's been raving about Linux and how great it was, so I decided to go install Linux in my computer.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait.
Whenever somebody
I'm sorry,
starts like that, I
Jonathan.
know I'm going to be in trouble.
I was doing this thing with Linux because Leo was
'Cause Leo
talking about
said
how
so.
great it was. Uh-huh.
So go ahead. What happened?
So I used Partition Magic, and I created 2 partitions.
Good.
So I had Windows and Linux running for about 3 months on the same hard drive without any problems.
Yeah. Okay.
And I decided to mess around with Lilo. And when I rebooted my computer,
Yes.
Lilo, I typed in I wanted to load the windows.
Yes.
And it just scrolled loading windows, loading windows.
And it never finished.
Huh?
It never finished.
And it just scrolled the message loading windows, and it only lets me go on Linux.
Jonathan,
and I don't know how to remove it.
I'm sorry, but it reformatted your hard drive.
No, don't say that. She's not.
I'm sorry.
She's giving you.
I didn't mean that.
She's teasing you. So it's very easy to mess up Lilo. What Lilo is the Linux loader. It's a boot manager, and you actually, even if you didn't have a multi-boot system, you'd still use Lilo to load Linux. And it's the first. In other words, it's the first program that runs when you run Linux.
We've messed it up before.
It's easy to mess up. There is a program, or file, I should say, a text file called lilo.conf. The Lilo configuration file. It's in your etc directory, and it's very easy to mess that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you did, isn't it?
Yeah, I was looking at that file.
Yeah. What you need to do, I mean, you could look at if you get back in Linux and look at the Lilo how-tos, you'll see you just need to recreate the entry for the Windows drive. Make sure you're going to the right partition for Windows and all that.
Okay.
Now, if you want to get rid of it, there's other things you can do. First of all, you said you have Partition Magic, right? Mm-hmm. That has a boot manager in it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So here's another way around this. First of all, we got to clobber Lilo. And by the way, I always put Lilo in the boot directory, not in the master boot record as you have.
Because then
for
it
this
takes
reason.
over.
So, but you want to clobber it. Here's what you do. You got a DOS boot disk.
Yeah, I have a DOS boot.
DOS boot. Okay. You got a DOS boot, and there's a couple of things you can do. You can get into Windows by just going to C and typing Win. But if you want to clobber Lilo, do fdisk /MBR to rewrite your master boot record. All right, then after you do that and reboot, you'll boot into Windows. You won't even see Linux anymore.
Oh, because what I wanted to do was totally get rid of Linux because I couldn't connect to the net with it, and I've tried everything.
Well, this will do it. Now you're in Windows, right? Now you run Partition Magic and you clobber the Linux partition. If you wanted to keep Linux, Partition Magic comes with a boot manager called Boot Magic. Mm-hmm. You'd install that. It would find the Linux partition for you and boot into Linux.
So wait, now you're giving up on Linux because it won't get you online?
Yeah, because I remember
that's a problem.
A while ago, I've tried everything. I had my friends send me all their programs.
You probably have a Win modem.
No, I don't. I have a supersonic, one of those 112K modems.
Oh yeah, it won't work with that either, and you have to use it in a standard modem mode.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. You know what? It's okay if you want to delete Linux.
I know.
I can live with that.
Like it didn't go online for you right away, and you just up it.
But I've been trying for months, though. I've been trying for a long time to get it to go.
Okay.
So you just fdisk /MBR from a DOS boot disk. That's going to clobber the Lilo. It's going to put back a normal DOS boot record. Okay.
Okay.
You're then in Windows. Then you run Partition Magic. You delete the Linux partition. You expand your Windows partition. It'll be all as if it never happened. Just a bad dream.
Just a bad dream.
Okay. Thank you so much. You guys have been a big help.
Sure, it's okay. I'm sure Linux won't forget it.
I'll work on getting on the net some more. I have some more.
No, it's all right, Jonathan. Just give up.
Jonathan, every time someone uninstalls Linux, a penguin dies.
Yeah, that's it. A penguin dies.
That's right. A little penguin dies.
A bell rings.
A bell rings.
Hey, thank you. We appreciate it, Jonathan.
Okay,
Take
thank
care.
you guys so much.
All right.
Get a standard modem and give it another try.
Next time, don't ask your friends. Just call the Screen Savers.
That's just what I did. Okay, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Take care, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
You too. Don't start flipping! Whoa, that was good. Still to come on this very show, Nadia Comaneci, a perfect 10. Smooth out those skipping and screeching MP3s. We'll tell you why they skip. Plus more of your computer questions and our computer answers. Plus Jim Louderback with the latest version of the Macintosh operating system. Is OS 9 pretty fine? Find out with that and more as the Screen Savers rolls on.
At this very moment, Egghead.com is hosting live online auctions where you can bid on name brand products in real time. You're looking at actual items streamed from the auction block to your TV. Hurry to the live auctions at Egghead.com now and bid for yourself, because at Egghead Auctions, real time goes real fast. Egghead.com. Shop 3 times smarter.
The Screen Savers is sponsored by Gateway. Gateway speaks to 50,000 people a day. Call, click, or come in and connect with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather one, gather all. You're going to see something that will truly astonish you. A talking dog. This dog not only speaks right, it's cowboys and cowgirls, come on over. I'm going to show you something truly amazing. This is an alien space egg, ladies and gentlemen. Step right over this way and you will see the world's most amazing computer deal. That's right, it defies belief.
Computer deals that sound too good to be true usually are. Ask them what you're really getting. Then look at a Gateway PC. You get an Intel Celeron processor, a year of internet included, for $28 a month. Call 1-800-GATEWAY.
This cybercrime report is brought to you by Symantec. In your connected world, be smart, be safe.
Most internet service providers offer multiple mailboxes, and you can use this option to protect yourself from spam. Reserve your main mailbox for important and personal communications. If you plan to post news groups or mailing lists, use a secondary email address where you can delete spam without worrying about losing a message from mom. Keep watching for more hints and go to cybercrime.com and click on Safety Tips.
Ask 100 people to make a wish. Chances are you'll get 100 different wishes. That's why we offer hundreds of channels and over 400 uncut movies every day. Because the best part of making a wish is having it come true.
This is the greatest dream the world has ever seen. This is the greatest life we're living in the now. Now's the future.
Cox Digital Cable.
Now you're living.
For the first time on television, on pay-per-view, it's Doug's first movie. Legend is told of a monster in Lucky Duck Lake.
Something bad behind me, isn't there?
Can Doug face his biggest adventure ever?
It's not scary at all.
Can Doug save the dance from the evil guys out to destroy the monster of Lucky Duck Lake? And tell Patty Mayonnaise how he really feels?
Oh, man!
Find out the answers when you order Doug's first movie on pay-per-view.
Hi there, this is Chris Perillo.
This is Mark from Pearland, Texas.
Hi, I'm Mike from Stillwater, Minnesota.
Hi, I'm Marcus Smith from Brandon, Mississippi.
You're on the ZDTV Netcam Network.
You're watching ZDTV.
You're watching ZDTV.
You're watching ZDTV.
Amaze yourself.
Amaze yourself.
Welcome back to the Screen Savers. I'm Leo Laporte.
And I'm wondering if you're okay.
No, I'm not okay.
I'm Kate Pacello.
Thank you, Kate.
I'm trying to make you look normal, so I'll just talk like this.
This is WZDTV, broadcasting 24 hours a day at 98.3 on your FM dial.
Live.
Today in the chat room, we're talking about Napster. Napster is very, very hot right now. It's a free program. You download. You can get it from a lot of different places. I think Napster.com, right, Roger? Mr. Pirate.
Pirate Roger.
All right, Pirate Roger. Napster.com, is that right? It's not on hot files,
He's just
is it?
nodding.
No, you have to go to Napster.com and download the client file.
And then what do you do with it, Raj?
Roger.
Well, you put in some information which you can falsify and basically log onto one of the servers. And what happens essentially is that it's kind of a two-way deal. You open up any MP3s that you have that you want to share available to the Napster community. In return, you get access to all the other Napster people with MP3 files. So it's like a giant swap meet.
Roger, are you a pirate?
No.
Are you a pirate?
No.
No. I'm not a pirate.
I'm a connoisseur
All right,
of
I'm
music.
going to take the heat off Roger.
Music.
I have used Napster.
Not you too.
And you know what? The one bad thing about Napster is that while you're downloading other people's files, they're downloading your files, and they slow your connection down like crazy. I had 20 people downloading, because I have about 1,000 MP3s, and I had just a bunch of people downloading my MP3s.
Now, how's that work? Do they automatically have access to a specified directory, or what?
You basically publish your directory onto the Napster
So you're
server.
sharing out your hard drive while you're doing
Not
this?
your hard drive, just your MP3s.
Okay.
I think it's pretty secure, although who knows? It's a pirate program.
Oh, I bet you
So
could-
anyway,
I bet you
the
could.
chat topic, Roger, that's much better. I think
There you
that's
go.
really...
I thought so.
I knew it. His true hat comes out. So the question we're asking you is, do you think that Napster's at fault, or is the human who uses it for piracy at fault? Does Napster turn you into a piracy? Are they responsible for your piracy, or are you responsible? Certainly the Recording Industry of America, which is coming down on Napster and suing them, says, yeah, it's Napster's fault. We want to put Napster out of business.
I think I'm responsible for my piracy.
Yeah, but Napster sure helps. It sure makes it a lot easier.
Sure does help. And of course, my question is, Roger, does that come with hush puppies, those extra long fish planks?
No.
Okay.
But you know, if you're doing Kato music, it's really not pirating because it's so bad.
Okay.
He didn't get that reference about the
Long John Silver's and the whole
thing at all. He didn't. It went kind of.
Well, you can see what we think. Now we want to know what you think. Take our web poll. Get us out of this, please. Take our web poll at thescreensavers.com. While you're there, click on Talkback. Tell us, are you a pirate? Do you feel like a pirate? Do you blame the ship that carries the pirates?
Every once in a while, you're just sitting down at dinner and you go, "Arr! Bring on the grog!" You can chat with us at chat.zdnet.com. And right now, DJ's joining us on the ZDTV 3Com Netcom Network from Carlsbad, California.
Hi, Kate and Leo.
Hey, DJ.
Hey, DJ, I've got a magnet for you.
Arr.
Are you ready, matey?
I'll catch it.
1, 2, ha-ha, pirates never make it to 3. Arr.
Arr.
All right, so enough with the pirate shtick.
Oh, he
look,
went black.
I knocked
You killed him.
Oh, perfect.
Look, you broke the lights in the house.
Oh, that's just
Okay, you
great.
broke my camera.
Okay, great.
Look, well, we can see somebody coming through the door and looking. There's somebody behind. There we go.
Right behind you! Right behind
Oh
you,
my
DJ.
gosh, there's somebody behind you! Quick, get out of the house!
They're gone now.
All right, what can we do
All
for
right,
you, DJ?
Computer question or something?
Yes, I got a computer question. I was calling to ask you guys what's an easy way to back up my entire hard drive.
Every single thing.
Well, I have tons of MP3s. I have tons of stuff. I just can't lose gigabytes of information.
What medium do you have to back it up onto?
Well, right now I have a zip drive.
Okay, so how
external
big
zip
is your hard drive?
Yeah, it's the original 100 megabyte version, but...
And how big is your hard drive?
Whoa, it's a 12 and a half.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Okay, so you're
That's
talking like
not gonna-
1,200 zip disks.
Well, I don't need to do the whole thing. Maybe, you know...
Maybe
4
you don't want to
gigabytes
back up the whole thing. All of a sudden, this doesn't seem like such a good idea, does it?
No, it's more
The
like...
truth is, I always say back up the data, the stuff that you can't reproduce. Now, you've got a copy of Windows, you've got a copy of all your programs. Why are you backing them up? You already got them.
Right.
What you want to back up is your data, the stuff that you can't get back any other way.
And even MP3s, I mean, you've got those. If I were you, personally, I would catalog my MP3s, keep a database. If I had thousands of them and I was really into them, I'd keep a database, but I wouldn't actually back up all the files
Well, what if your hard drive
themselves.
crashes, though? You don't have an access
Well,
to
I'd
them.
keep
They're
an
gone.
external copy
That's
of the
what Napster's
database.
for, huh?
I'd keep, that's what
No, but the database is in the
for.
music. So, I mean, you'd have to download those again.
You would. They are, well,
He
okay.
spent years collecting those.
All right, all right. It's a thought.
So you don't have any backup medium besides the zip?
Besides zip, no.
All right, here's a couple of things you can do. First of all, you can use Norton Ghost or a disk image from PowerQuest to span across zip disks.
Yeah, well, that would take you forever.
It's going to take you a couple hundred zip disks. It's going to take you a lot to back up all that data, right?
You don't want to do that.
So what I'm going to suggest is you look at a CD recorder.
Mhm.
That's what I do with my MP3s. I get them off the hard drive onto CD.
Or another
a
hard
second
drive?
hard drive. You know, a second
mirror
12 gig
it.
would be the cheapest thing you could do.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a 14 gig IBM GXP for $150.
Wow.
Now, how fast does second copy work? As a full, does that do a full mirror?
That doesn't do a full
Or should
mirror.
he just ghost?
If I were you, I would get the second hard drive and I would ghost. I would make an image of your first hard drive and your second hard drive.
Okay.
And you'd have enough space on there because it does compression to do a couple of images. So that would give you everything. But now that still doesn't solve the problem is what if the house burns down, right? Because you've got both drives in the machine.
Right.
So you need to have what we call off-site backup. Now for 12 gigs, that's much more complicated. Then we're talking streaming tape, a DLT solution.
There's some
or
online solutions that will hold
12
100
gigs is a
meg,
lot.
but 12 gig. Of your most essential data, you could back that up online.
So here's what I'm going to recommend. If you want to back everything up, I'd get a second hard drive. That's the cheapest.
Mm-hmm.
You may want to get a tape backup. There are a lot of very good tape backup solutions out there. Take a couple of tapes probably to get 12 gigabytes. But the nice thing is you can pull those tapes out, take them to work. If, heaven forfend, something horrible should happen to your computer or your house, you'd have a copy there when you get the new computer, right? So that's very important with backup. There's on-site quick backup, but you also want off-site backup that you can take out of the house. That's very important.
What do you use for your off-site backup?
I use CDR.
You do?
So I have a zip disk. I back up my daily data onto the zip disk automatically with Second Copy, which is a shareware program. I've always got that data. I take it to work. I make a copy at work, so now I have 3 copies of it at home on the zip and at work. And then every month I burn a CD of all of my data, and I take that and I bring that to work. So now I'm totally safe. Plus, I have 3 hard drives in my system, so I automatically mirroring to the second hard drive at all times. Am I nuts?
A little crazy.
That's kind of overkill. Who's
there
that
she is
behind
behind you? Right
oh my
there.
gosh!
She's
Run,
behind you.
DJ!
Run,
Oh, she turned out the lights. What? Is that your daughter?
No, that's my niece.
Oh, she's adorable. What's her name?
Her name's Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren, wave hi.
Come on over, wave hi,
cute.
Lauren.
Oh, she's
we
so
won't
sweet.
hurt you.
Hey, DJ, thanks for the call.
Will you and Lauren take us to break, please?
You got it.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Kate and Leo. We learn about Apple's latest operating system upgrade when the Screen Savers continue.
Chewing on her fingers there. All right,
So
wave,
cute.
Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Wave. Thanks, DJ. What's she doing? Making faces back there?
So cute.
Screensaver song, pick one. The Screensavers are gonna help you. All you got to do is tune in. They'll put that PC back together for you. For you. The Screensavers. The Screensavers. Call for help right now. Screensavers. The Screensavers. Amaze yourself.
Want to know the 3 magic steps to finding a computer job?
Sure.
Step 1, go to itlinks.com.
Okay, I'm there.
Step 2, click on Search Jobs.
Okay.
Step 3, choose a simple search method or use the advanced search to be more specific.
Wow, they've got some great companies here. I can't wait to start searching.
So whether you're looking to fill information technology positions or you're looking for that perfect IT career, go to itlinks.com, the next generation in IT recruiting.
At this very moment, Egghead.com is hosting live online auctions where you can bid on name brand products in real time. You're looking at actual items streamed from the auction block to your TV. Hurry to the live auctions at Egghead.com now and bid for yourself, because at Egghead Auctions, real time goes real fast. Egghead.com. Shop 3 times smarter.
Test your tech knowledge. Take this week's Screen Savers Super Geek Challenge, all about gaming consoles, sponsored by Macmillan USA, the place for Linux. What was the first standalone gaming console? Accept this Super Geek Challenge, always available at thescreensavers.com.
So I'm not going to tell you guys what the right answer is there, but I had the freestanding Pong console system that hooked into my big television set with the record player on the top. No, it's not the right answer.
Okay.
I said I'm not going to tell you what the answer is. I happened
This is
to
not
have
a hint.
No, I happened to have the Pong console. Big, it was like 2 feet wide like this, and it let you play different versions of, sticks and floating.
And you were how old?
I was like 8.
I was old enough. I actually spent most of my time in bars at that time, and that's where I played Pong.
Pretty much.
I didn't need the console.
He was playing bar Pong. You were at bars when you were 40? You were just hanging out? Oh, that was so wrong of me. Congratulations, by the way, to Kathy from Fort Worth, Texas, who was the winner of
I'm not helping you.
yesterday's Kelsa Freeze Super Geek Quiz giveaway. We're friends. Good friends. Earn yourself the fabulous, Screensavers t-shirt, or which one? Hat. And, take the quiz. Every day a new chance to win. All right. Now, as we promised, here, Brian. I'm just breaking everything today. Here's Jim Louderback with a look at the Mac operating system version 9 on today's Fresh Gear.
Apple's Mac OS 9 adds a bunch of internet and user-friendly features to the Macintosh operating system. Now, one of the biggest additions is the new and improved internet search engine, Sherlock 2. It's based on the popular Sherlock. This newly overhauled version features channels, and these channels provide personalized lists of web addresses, including people, references, and news. Shoppers, too, will really like its ability to find the best deals and compare prices online. Now, the enhanced voice recognition feature also stands out. Now users can log into their Mac simply by speaking their name and repeating a passphrase. One of the other things we like about OS 9 is the ability to have multiple users defined for a single Apple system. You can log in as that user, and by logging in, you can have your own default parameters set up for background, icons, and applications that you can use. Take a look at what happens. I'm going to select the FreshGear user right here and log in. And after I type in the password, you'll see that the background will change, and any other settings that I may have in the system will change as well as it goes in. See there? Background changed. We also like the new Mac Up to Date and the Palm synchronization features. Mac Up to Date lets users automatically update their software online rather than through a CD. The Palm PDA synchronization is also a nice feature for those who own a Palm Pilot. Overall, we give Mac OS 9 4 out of 5 stars. It costs $99 and it is available now.
Why not 5 stars? Why?
Nothing's perfect
It's
in this
not
world.
perfect? Fine. Well, you can catch a new FreshGear, perfect or no, every Friday afternoon at 12:30, 1:30 Central, right here on the Puppy Channel.
1:30, 12:30 Central.
CD, what did I say?
The other way around.
Hat, T-shirt. You know what I mean.
Here's an email from Chad. He says, when I play MP3s or long wave files on my computer, they jump and they screech when I scroll up or down in any window. How can I fix this? Is it the sound card? Is it the RAM? Is it the processor? Untwisting your PC's tongue when the spin playback continues. Stay right here.
I'd always been into electronics.
Like what you do?
But I just thought there wasn't time.
Do what you like.
Then I thought, 2 years from now, I can still be hating my job. Or I could be graduating from ITT Tech. Yeah, I lose some sleep, but I don't get tired like I used to. You know, it just doesn't feel like work.
Like what you do.
Call 1-800-942-0099 for details. 1-800-942-0099.
This is the ZDTV.com Chat Palace, the only place to chat with ZDTV fans and hosts.
Hey, Gino.
How you doing, Kate? Hey, Vinny Boom Bats and I have a bet going. What does BIOS stand for?
BIOS stands for Basic Input-Output System.
Pay up, Vinny. Imagine that. She's the host of a TV show. She's talking to me.
The Chat Palace is open now at ZDTV.com. Click on Interact.
Hey, Mr. Money Machine, can Vinny borrow $20?
So we got an email. Oh, we're so excited. This hardly ever happens. From Chad. He says, when I play MP3s or long wave files on my computer, they jump and they screech when I scroll up or down in a window. How can I fix this? What is the flaw?
What is the flaw? Well, now this was something I thought was very interesting. You don't even realize how much scrolling is really doing. But when you think about it, it has to draw and redraw and redraw every time you drag.
Let's talk about MP3s. In general, decompressing MP3s is actually, let me make this double size so you can really see it. Is in general very processor intensive. Now, a good MP3 player is going to minimize the use of the processor, but they all use quite a bit of processor to decompress it. Let me show you, and as you point out, scrolling turns out to be a very, very processor-intensive thing. You have, all of us have on Windows anyway, a processor monitor. I'm going to go to Programs, Accessories. You may not have installed it. It may not be part of the default install, but you have, if you want to install a program called System Monitor. It's in the System Tools, and it actually, I'm using the processor monitor, all right? So it's watching my processor usage. This is on a scale of 0 to 100%. And it's just idling right now. I don't have very many programs running in the background, but you see there is some usage of the processor. Now watch, let me open, I'll show you what, you know what, I should close Napster. That's going to use some processors. Let me open a browser here, and you've got the chat room going, all right? Okay. Let me open a new window so I don't mess up your chat session. But I'll go to ZDTV Interact, all right? And this is a page that I can scroll with text. First of all, notice how the processor has settled down a little bit. I'm not doing it. Now watch, when I start scrolling, you'll see that the processor jumps quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
It's about 25% usage. And again, actually, if this were more granular, you'd see some real spikes. Because, if you think about it, the idea of scrolling is I have to draw this screen 1 pixel down, redraw it, 1 pixel down, redraw it.
Keep going, yeah.
So it's drawing it as I scroll hundreds and hundreds of times. It has to redraw it. Now, the first time through, it redraws it more. It actually is a little bit optimized, so that the second time through, it doesn't have to redraw it. But nonetheless, it does use processor speed. So that's what is happening. You don't have quite enough juice. I would say your processor's at fault. You don't have quite enough juice to play these MP3s and scroll. Now, there's a couple of things you can do. First of all, let's not play this music. But first of all, I can go here to my options, preferences. This is on Winamp. Most MP3 players have this capability. You can turn down the priority or turn up the priority. If you turn it all the way up, it's going to take more processor. And so it's not going to skip as much. So that's one quick fix. Of course, that means that everything else will slow down while you're playing your MP3s. But another thing you can do, and that's why we have this box up here, is get a sound card that does more of the processing. It offloads the CPU. Your CPU is doing a lot of the work here, decompressing this, and then it has to do even more work playing it. Now, this is not going to save it the work on decompressing, but it's at least going to offload it on the playback.
Okay.
A good sound card like this one, the Monster, does a lot of the work of the CPU. In fact, in tests by GameSpot, this is the sound card that offloads the processor most. So when you're playing, it's good for video gaming because when you're playing a game, it means that the sound card will do a lot of the work of rendering the sounds, and that means your CPU has more work. Well, it also
for actually gaming
can actually have more process cycles for gaming. That's the same thing with a Winamp. So a couple of things you can do: turn up the priorities on Winamp, get a faster processor. More RAM's not going to make a difference, but a faster sound card might. Sound Blaster Live does a lot of the work. This is the fastest one we know of out there. This is the Diamond Monster sound, and for gamers, this is good because it has the A3D.
Off the top of your head, Leo, can you think of MP3 players or skins, whatever, that are going to use the least amount of processor power?
Traditionally,
Winamp, you have the Suratong that you like?
Yeah, Suratong's good. Traditionally, Winamp, you know, and what we'd have to do is actually sit down with the CPU monitor and take a look. And I haven't done that, so I don't know. Okay. But traditionally, Winamp has been very efficient. And when it first came out, that was really one of the reasons everybody went to Winamp, is because it was so much more efficient than the other MP3 players. Now, I imagine other progress has been made. You know, Real Jukebox is an MP3 player, Music Match, as you mentioned, Suratong, which is a Korean program I like a lot.
Beautiful.
Beautiful looking, anyway, and it does good job in playback. And Winamp, AOL owns Winamp now, but those guys at Nullsoft are still working on it. They're very smart programmers. I'd be willing to bet it's one of the most efficient out there. But you certainly could try others and see if you get better results.
Okay, so there are things you can do.
Okay.
Work on those. All right, all you budding television personalities out there, I know who you are and I can see you. Think I can't? But I can see you right now because you're going, me. Record your own video email. You, yes, you. Send it to us so we can put it on TV. Instructions, your scripts, the director, the whole thing is just all waiting for you. TheScreenSavers.com, just click on participate to find out more. And now, here's Scott. Take it away, Scott. Ooh.
I'm scared now.
That was weird. Oh, look. Oh, I'm feeling dizzy.
Hi, this is Scott Kerr calling from Pax, West Virginia, and you're watching the Screen Savers on ZDTV. Amaze yourself.
All right. Hey, Scott, I like that font too, you know.
I like the camouflage hat.
A daily dose of the best from the net.
Coming up, fun with the Pet Shop Boys. Willie Nelson announces the winner of the Y2K giveaway, and the Surf Guru teaches us all about the true meaning of Thanksgiving.
Internet Tonight, coming up next on ZDTV. This program is sponsored in part by CDW, your direct solutions provider. CDW, computing solutions built for business. Be a part of the fastest growing network on TV.
The ZDTV 3Com Netcam Network.
The online community that puts you on ZDTV.
You're watching Silicon Spin.
Asking computer questions.
I've got a little problem with my Clio. Hey!
Showing your digital shorts and chatting with our hosts.
Aloha, gentlemen.
Aloha, children.
Go to ZDTV.com and send us your email today.
Amaze yourself.
ZDTV. Amaze yourself.
standing in your home all day for one low price. A hotshot producer, a beautiful reporter, a sweet camera woman, a relentless government agent, a nosy neighbor, a talking suit. Now turn the other cheek. And everyone's favorite Martians. I'm ready to blend in now. Spit me, mama! Get cosmic. Order My Favorite Martian on pay-per-view.
These days, most of our young are born cable ready.
Pay-per-view is your all-day movie ticket to extraterrestrial fun for everyone.
Ask 100 people to make a wish. Chances are you'll get 100 different wishes. That's why we offer hundreds of channels and over 400 uncut movies every day. Because the best part of making a wish is having it come true.
This is the greatest dream the world has ever seen. This is the greatest life we're living in the now. Now's the future.
Cox Digital Cable.
Now you're living.
Welcome back to the Screen Savers.
Hey, Patello.
Leo Laporte. And some emails, but you have, been gone for a few days, so we got like 1,000 emails.
Yeah. Hey, we have a snail mail I want to read here real fast.
Okay, go ahead.
Very important. It's from Mike and Jesse. Just to know if he says, I am enclosing my, now your, koosh ball. I had this koosh ball sitting on my desk, and I'm like, what is this? To hopefully adorn one of the Screen Savers set computers. If you noticed, we had it actually on top of the monitor today. He says, I got it when I first built my computer. It's been sitting on the monitor since. It's been good computer luck. Now, your show's pretty much inspired me to go into computer engineering. I'm starting Michigan Tech next fall in their brand new computer engineering program. Now, this is the best part. Even though I had interest in computers long before the Screen Savers, it was the Screen Savers that made me realize there is a good geeky. All right.
I think this is actually the good geeky.
This is the good geeky.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Right here.
There. Yeah. This is
so
a nice
thank you,
ball.
Mike, and thank you, Jesse. And they said they'd kill us if we couldn't, or they need a couple of. We're working on your request and filling that.
Interesting message here from a guy who shall not be named, who works for Macy's.com.
Oh, okay.
In customer support, we've been told our site is secure, but doesn't show the lock icon due to frames use.
And that's usually what people use to check to see if.
Yeah, I always look at the bottom for the locked icon. He says, is there any way we could tell if our site is secure without the like icon? Well, I went to the Macy's.com site, and they do say they have a secure server. There is a way you can always tell, regardless of lock, what the security of the site you're on is, and that's under the File menu on Internet Explorer. Select Properties, and it will tell you whether you have a secure encrypted connection or not. If you do not have an encrypted connection, I don't care what Macy's or anybody else tells you, do not give them your credit card number.
No.
Okay?
I have
that's
mine
very
set
important.
to warn me. Mine warns me. If I'm getting ready to go onto a non-secure page, it'll say you've submitted information on a non-secure page. Do you want to do this? Yes or no? So that's how mine set.
He says, my name is blank, unless Macy's.com asks and I'm anonymous. We'll just make you anonymous.
Leave that as a blank. I think that's it.
That's it for this edition of the Screen Savers. I'm Leo Laporte.
I'm Kate Patello. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time on the Screen Savers.
My friends, remember, believe in technology, but it's friends and family that really count. Have a great holiday. See ya.
Bye. All right, little talk today. Ow!